Let's get one thing straight first of all here. City beat Man United 3-0. That's wrong. Manchester United lose 3-0. City were crap, but that only goes to show how awful Manchester United really are right now. I'm out of words to describe how this team just continues to capitulate. Here's a question for you right now. I'm going to ask this right now. Is RUBEN Amorim trying to deliberately get sacked at Manchester United? Is he trying to get sacked here right now? That's a genuine question, because there isn't one man or woman that's able to come to me with a defence for this manager today and give me an explanation as to why Manuel Ugarte is starting this game. First of all, what is going on with the starting 11 from RUBEN Amorim today? I looked at it and I'm like, seriously? There is nothing that warrants Manuel Ugarte starting this game. By the way, Ugarte was shit. Absolutely shit. From start to finish, awful. I don't know why. And he's been like this all the way through this season. But RUBEN decides to bring in Manuel Ugarte ahead of Casemiro. I thought Casemiro was a dead sat. We weren't even talking about Casemiro featuring or not featuring in this game because everybody thought it was a dead cert. He's actually been all right. He's been better than Manuel Ugarte. And here's another one for you as well. You can try and argue the fact that Casemiro might not be fit. If he's on the bench, he's fit enough. He came on the pitch, so he's fit enough. Yeah, Manuel Ugarte, the last man to arrive back from international duty. Casemiro was suspended for the game against Bolivia. He's been back over a week. So even when you're looking at international duty and trying to make sense of it that way as to why Casemiro would not start in this game, it still goes beyond belief. It literally, there's no explanation for it whatsoever. Point number 2. You've got Bruno Fernandes there that hasn't worked there all bleeding season in the middle. He's been awful in at number 8. Make a decision. Make it now, RUBEN. How many times have I said week in, week out? And it's not just me. It's a lot of other Man United fans as well. How many times have we said it? You will die on this Bruno Fernandes sword, RUBEN Amorim. You really will. Stop doing it. It does not work. It will never, ever work with Bruno in midfield. And one thing on top of that will never, ever work is playing Manuel Ugarte next to him. That alone is a sackable offence of a decision to make from RUBEN Amorim in that starting 11 there today. How Bruno Fernandes stayed on the pitch and every single player around him was being hauled off by RUBEN Amorim. Questions have to be asked. I love Bruno Fernandes. I like what RUBEN Amorim has done behind the scenes at this football club. But the decisions in game from this manager are not acceptable. RUBEN will be sacked by Manchester United. The results cannot continue this way. I don't know when it's going to be. I don't know how long Ineos are going to hold out for because it's their boy and their man in there. I love him. I love the way he talks. I love how honest he is. I love what he's done with the bomb squad and just rinsing this club of every bad egg that there possibly is. But you can see that these players are not receptive to what he wants. They are not getting it. And he's got more and more and more time right now because we're losing, and we're out of more and more competitions. That's where Manchester United are at right now. It is just simply unacceptable. We finished the season in 15th. We're 4 games in. We're in 14th. We still have not managed to get above that plus goal difference mark. And we've spent 200 million on a strike force that he doesn't know how to use or play. Benjamin Sesko was the scapegoat again today, hauled off because he's just not getting the service. You've got a 6'6" striker. We didn't put one cross in the box to. Straight up, we didn't put one cross in the box. To be honest, there were times when you're thinking we could have, but we couldn't beat the first man because we're that shit with our crosses. Absolutely pathetic. In the first half, in the watch long, I was just talking there. Man United will rue their lethargic, lackadaisical forward play in their moments early in the game. And there was nothing really of note to talk about chance-wise created by Man United. I'm not going to try and back it up by saying that we missed some chances and it might have changed the game. What I'm talking about is Bruno Fernandes not playing the right ball. Ahmad overhitting balls. Not making the right choices in the final third and just walking away from it like, oh, well, at least we got there. We created it. Look at our stats. Yeah, our XG looks great. Yeah, XG counts for shit. when it comes to the league table. And there's only one stat that matters. I've talked up the XG, thinking that this might actually be something of progression this season for Man United. But what we saw today was exactly what we saw last season again for Manchester United. A big game that could have gone either way off the first goal going in for either side. If it goes United, we're on. Completely on. And it falls into our hands. But if it doesn't, there is no plan B. And what I saw when that first goal went in for Manchester City was a little bit of something in the first 5 minutes of the second half. And that was it. That was it. I've been Ruben Amorim's biggest backer. I've defended him against everybody. I've defended Bruno Fernandes against every single Manchester United fan that thinks that this guy isn't good enough. I think he is good enough in the right side. But what Ruben Amorim's doing, he is using Bruno Fernandes right now. And no Man United fan can decide who they're hating on more, Bruno or Ruben. Because Ruben Amorim is the one that keeps playing him. You cannot blame Bruno Fernandes anymore on this, I don't think. That's my decision on this. This is on Ruben Amorim. Bruno is not a 8 in this system. Bruno could play an 8 in a 4-3-3 like he does to Portugal on the left-hand side. No problem at all. You've got technical players all over the pitch. Why are we trying to create a team around a player that's not going to be here in the summer? That's on Ruben Amorim. Why are we playing a man that clearly cannot pass the ball, that proved it in the game today, like Manuel Ugarte? That's on Ruben Amorim. By the way, Ruben Amorim was the one that sold Manuel Ugarte to PSG back in the day when he was the sporting manager. Man United had offers for Manuel Ugarte in the summer. Man United had offers for Bruno Fernandes in the summer, but we bottled it. We bottled it. I said all along, look, if Bruno stays, then you've got to make sure that Bruno plays in the right position. If you're not going to accept 100 million and rebuild this team in what you want to do, because Bruno Fernandes pulls United out of the shit so many times, season after season after season, and completely ridding yourself of any sort of system, rhythm or rhyme in how you play, because Bruno's just going to be a one-man band and he's just going to be that game-changing player that just does something. The Moments FC type of player. This is all Man United have been. It took Bryan Mbeumo to pull off worldly effort after worldly effort to even challenge Donnarumma in goal today for Manchester City. Yet every time City strolled forward, because Man United created nearly every single chance for him with our lethargic, inept tackling, defending and possession play, because we couldn't pass the ball, we couldn't tackle strong enough, and that was shown in 0 yellow cards in a Manchester derby. That alone is absolutely pathetic from Manchester United. It really is. Not one angry player on the pitch today to go and get a yellow card. Go and crunch Phil Foden or Haaland. Look, I don't think it's right. The game's lost at that point. And it's just stupid and petulant, but at least show a little bit of passion. From that there, I just see Man United players walking off the pitch there, watching that. I just see Man United players walking off. They didn't look bothered. They didn't look like they give a shit. And you're going to get the same messages this week. Now we have to sit on this awful performance from Manchester United for another week. Yeah, because we're not in Europe, because we're so crap. And we're going to get their messages come out. Not what we wanted to do. We let the fans down. We go again. All of that bollocks will come through. But my one takeaway from this is we lost this game with the starting lineup. We lost this game through Ruben Amorim today. And you can go on about the players. And you can. You're right. And you can argue with me all you want. I honestly, I'm not going to say that you are wrong in this. This is just my opinion and my opinion alone. We lost this game because we went in today with the wrong team and the wrong mentality. We really did. And Ruben didn't have the bottle to change it when things were going desperately wrong from the first goal going in for Manchester City. Another manager that is really going to take United forward would have seen what was going on there. And look, I think at some clubs Ruben Amorim will be absolutely brilliant. But right now, United need some basics. United need to just get to grips with each other. We look like we are 11 players that had never played before. Like, it's all right passing it around, training ground football, but City had us at arm's length. They did. Like, City sat deep because United, and because they know United cannot get near them. Ruben Amorim's team selection today was poor passing in the midfield. Bruno erratic. Ugarte can't pass. 0 control in there, and we continued to give the ball away. He didn't change it until it was too late, and he still kept Bruno Fernandes on because he's got the captain's armband on. A better, bigger manager with a bit more character brings Bruno Fernandes off because it's not working. But he won't do it. And it will end him. Give me your thoughts on that. Get into the comments section. Absolutely dejected with that today. I feel like I've gone back another year and everything that Ruben was building has just been completely crushed. That's how it feels. I may feel different tomorrow. I don't know. Anyway, get your comments in below. I don't know where Ruben goes from here. This team, I think there is players in this team, but for him, I'm just not sure. Give the video a like, share, subscribe to Forever United TV. Thank you, everybody. Loving the support at the moment. I need it.